Hello there, and a warm welcome to episode 25 of this FIFA 16 Burnley career mode. A real milestone in the series, as it's our 25th episode in all, and what a way to mark it. And we couldn't mark it in any other better way than a trip to the Theatre of Dreams to play Louis van Gaal's star-studded Manchester United, and it will be a tough test for the Clarets, there's no doubt about it. Louis van Gaal winning against Norwich last time out, and we could only get a 1-1 draw, as you saw in the previous video against Newcastle. But things still look good, and things are still looking good at the moment, and hopefully we can get another 3 points. If we can win, we crank up the pressure there, and we could do Manchester City a favour if they win their game. Just to let you know what the fixtures are going to be for this week. Obviously, that will be concentrated on the Man United game. These are the other fixtures on the weekend of the 1st and 2nd of October. These are the first fixtures for October. Cardiff go at home to Tony Pulis's West Brom. Man United against Burnley, that's the game you're going to see with us. Sunderland take on Watford, so it's Allardyce against Flores. Gary Monk's Swansea take on the leaders Manchester City. Slaven Bilic takes on Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. And then Chelsea against Aston Villa. And there's the West Ham game, that's the final one of the Saturday fixtures. These are the ones being played tomorrow on Sunday. Chelsea against Aston Villa. So Neil MacDonald currently in charge there of Villa, as you know. They are looking to appoint Remy Gard as manager in real life at the moment. Tim Sherwood, obviously, since we last did when we did the Stoke video, has actually been sacked for their bad run of form. So Mourinho looking to close in on a top 4 spot at the moment. Can't put the pressure on us, playing Aston Villa. I said Tyne's derby as Newcastle take on Middlesbrough. So Steve McLaren up against his former side, now managed by Aitor Karanka. Southampton against Norwich, so it's Koeman against Alex Neil. Tottenham play Everton, so Spurs at White Hart Lane. And finally Stoke against Arsenal. That game always brings back memories for a shackle by Shawcross on Aaron Ramsey a few years ago. There was bad blood there. When Stoke were a pretty physical team under Tony Pulis, of course, but they've done alright in the last few years to try and certainly under Mark Hughes. They're still, they're now looking at a good football unit at the moment. So let's go to Old Trafford then, as we take on the mighty Manchester United, who are joint top of the Premier League. Can we go there, upset the odds, and beat Manchester United in episode 25 of this Burnley career mode? Let's get over to Old Trafford to find out what happens. And well, welcome to Old Trafford then. And this is a great way of marking episode 25 of this Burnley career mode. As we go to Old Trafford, it's 2nd against 4th. Remember, we're 5 points behind Manchester. Burnley are 5 points behind United in the table. Burnley coming the back off a 1-1 draw, frustrating 1-1 draw with Newcastle last time out. Manchester United, of course, winning at Carrow Road 2-1 against Norwich. And, well, meanest defence against the best goal scorers in the business in the moment. 5 goals conceded from Manchester United makes them the meanest defence. And Burnley have scored 16 goals, which makes them the top scorer so far in the Barclays Premier League. Right, before the action, the two teams. So let's start with Manchester United first. A very, very strong lineup. No Wayne Rooney, he's not in amongst the 16, but Anthony Martial, the most expensive teenager, he plays up top with Nick Powell in behind. Valencia and Memphis Depay on both wings. And for Burnley, for the third game in a row, remain unchanged. from the 1-1 draw against Newcastle. Dwight Gale and Danny Ings get their places, and Scott Down and Tommy Smith proving to be a very good centre-half pairing. As Tom Eaton, who started out at Manchester United, never made a first team appearance, certainly in Premier League terms for them. We'd love to go back to Old Trafford with a win. The referee today, Andre Mariner from Birmingham. So it's Manchester United all in red to get this game underway at Old Trafford. David De Gea, the main goalkeeper, is preferred, by the way. And Burnley, of course, in their changed shirts of yellow with claret shorts. Here's Valencia for Manchester United. Burnley, for the record, in the first half attacking the Stretford end. Here's Gale. Wasted a couple of opportunities towards the back end of the Newcastle game last week. Now Bentaleb. Early cross in there. Ings is lurking. Ooh, what an opportunity then. The hair punch, but it need not matter. I think Ings had been flagged offside anyway. And we'll see it again from the 18-yard camera. Yeah, just offside. Good decision by the officials. Was headed by Andre Mariner. Here's Blind. Darmian. Spread it over to the far side where Luke Shaw was waiting. A little bit unmarked actually. Matuidi will chip in there towards Martial, but well policed by Smith. Here's Hughes. And a little bit ball through the middle. And Ings this time. Dwight Gale rather is onside. It's Gale for Burnley. De Gea with a save. Gale off the bar. Would you believe it? And he had 2 goals there, Dwight Gale, to make it 1-0, and it was denied in the first instance by David De Gea, and then from no more than what, 3 or 4 yards out, hit the middle of the crossbar. Unbelievable. A goal kick then. De Gea still has his clean sheet. Here's, well, for the time being at least, maybe. Here's Ings to Hughes. Well, Hughes will try it low down. De Gea having to stretch a little bit there, but he was under no great pressure to jump on the second rebound. Here's Daley Blind. Matuidi, little chip forward. Bentaleb is there, and now Scott Dann. Jordan Ibe. Yannick Bolasie. Oh, what skills there by Yannick Bolasie. He's got pace to burn, this kid, and now that's a lovely ball, and Ings is in the bomb as well. Oh, that's twice in the first 20 minutes that Burnley have hit the woodwork. It's almost a repeat performance of last week. In fact, there was a flag up for offside anyway, so the goal would not have stood if Ings had hit the target. But that's almost lightning striking twice in a week for Burnley. Here's Hughes. Lining up the shot, but it hit Hernandez. Now Darmian. Daley Blind. Darmian. Valencia. Flick on to Martial. And Martial has got Powell waiting in the centre, but Danny's across. And in point of fact, Manchester United have won a 3 kick when Scott Dann, in my opinion, clearly got the ball. I think the referee was a little bit forceful to get the 3 kick. I didn't think Martial was fouled in any way, shape or form. Halfway through the first half at Old Trafford. 0-0. Burnley have hit the crossbar twice, although the second time they hit the bar, it was offside. Old Trafford, 76,000 hold their breath inside the ground. Here comes the 3 kick. Headed out, Powell with a header. First real chance for United, and it was Nick Powell, the former Crew City, Crew Alexandra youngster, with the header. Beaten to Smith. Now Jordan Ibe. That's a loose ball, and Hughes is cottoned onto it here. And Hughes trying the shot. bounced a couple of times, but it was an easy one there for David De Gea. Martial's flick, but it comes to Jordan Ibe here. Powell wins the ball. Now finds Matuidi. Now Valencia. And again Martial waiting in the centre. And in fact another decision this time going against Martial, in fact, because he stepped into an offside position. So far no goals to bring you on this 25th episode of this Burnley career mode. Burnley 0, Manchester United 0 at Old Trafford. But here's Dwight Gale, but Dalmian is in there with the interception, and here's Powell again. It's had United's only opportunity, but now Daley Blind is onto it. Blind! Oh, what a chance for United. Well, Daley Blind now, put through by Nick Powell. Oh dear me, he got it all wrong, didn't he? It was a poor finish by the Dutchman. Now Jordan Ibe. Oh, what skills by Jordan Ibe. That's terrific running. And he's going all the way through. Jordan Ibe! And what a fantastic goal! 5 minutes to go to half time. And Jordan Ibe puts 3,000 clarets in dreamland. A fantastic run and a fantastic shot from the edge of the area. Beyond David De Gea and in front of the Stretford end. And it's Manchester United 0, Burnley 1. Unbridled joy for the Clarets. Jordan Ibe the scorer. And what a cracking run and a cracking finish. It's his first ever goal for Burnley. And what a time. And what a place to get it. Manchester United 0, Burnley 1. Jordan Ibe. What a crackerjack. Memphis. Matuidi. Wait, opens up the game now. Here's Shaw. Good tackle by Bellerin. Did magnificently. United get a throw. Shaw with it. Matuidi. Shaw. And it's goes to past the defender. Good header away by Ibe. Now Gale. Ings. Rocchio doing terrifically well, but there's the half-time whistle. And it's Burnley who lead, thanks to a piece of pure genius from Jordan Ibe. A 35-yard running shot from the edge of the area, past David De Gea, and Burnley have the lead at Old Trafford by a goal to 0. And well, welcome back to Old Trafford as Burnley start the second half. A goal up thanks to a brilliant piece of pure individual genius from Jordan Ibe. Burnley now attacking the goal to our right, where 3,000 Burnley fans went cock-a-hoot when Jordan Ibe scored that magnificent goal at the Stretford end. Here's Hughes. Oh! Another piece of pure genius almost, this time from Will Hughes. Went for it. It was a great strike. The ball was dipping and swerving, and it was going underneath that crossbar, but David De Gea's big frame made sure that Hughes was kept out. So a Burnley corner. Joey Barton, the former Manchester City man, with it. It comes out again, possibly to Barton. He'll keep this in. Well played, Joey Barton. And that's a dangerous looking cross. Hernandez there nodding it out for a corner. And Manchester United here on the brink, so to speak. They're having a dicey period here. And Joey Barton will try again. Crowds of United coming from most of Old Trafford now. But it's Burnley who are on the attack. Hughes with a header. Goal kick. He's had a couple of opportunities today, Will Hughes. And that was not really troubling the scorers. But Burnley have the lead. A goal coming inside the last 5 minutes of the first half from Jordan Ibe, and here he is now, playing at left back as well today. Here's this time. Darmian with the interception. Now Powell. Matuidi. Powell continued to run, and he's the furthest man forward. But here's Martial. Good turn by him. And he's isolated a little bit. He's got Dan there with a challenge. The ball back in. Goal kick to Burnley. And United about to make a change. They play Middlesbrough next week. Burnley will play Southampton in the next video. That's episode 26 next week, and you'll be able to see that one with us only on the YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Be sure to join us for that one if you can. Meanwhile, Nick Powell comes off and Anthony Martial comes off for Manchester United, so they both have come off, and Alexander Lacazette is one of the changes being made, of course, and the other, that's Lacazette for Martial, and the other change is Bastian Schweinsteiger, the former Bayern Munich player, on for Powell. Martial really didn't have a kick in the game, so up until that point anyway. Here's Joey Barton. Oh, what a good run by the former Man City man. Oh, he's hit the inside of the post. And then I think it was Iggs who went in on the rebound, and Shaw shepherded it behind for a corner. Well, what a turn up if Barton had made that too, and perhaps should have done. Well, the stunned silence all around Old Trafford at the moment. Barton's corner. Oof. Comes out again to Barton. He'll have a second opportunity to knock it in there. Balassi was there. Nabil Bentaleb didn't really catch hold of it. Rockhill can bring it away from Manchester United. They've got all the big guns on at the moment, but can't really get the ball forward too swiftly at the moment. But here's an opportunity now for Manchester United with Antonio Valencia. Played it in towards Schweinsteiger. Dalmeyen now. Dalmeyen with a shot, and it's wide. And that's the best counter-attack that United have offered for a real dangerous attack, and that's how far it was to Tom Heaton's goal there. But it's gone from a Burnley point of view. Well, we're pleased to see it go wide for a goal kick in any case. Inside the last 20 minutes. Balassi. Hughes. On to Iggs now. This could be real trouble for Manchester United. And could be an explosion of joy for Burnley! Iggs has his 7th from the season in the league, and Burnley have breathing space at Old Trafford, and 3,000 comments go cock-a-hoop. What a composed finish, and nearly 76,000 here at Old Trafford have been stunned into silence. Schweinsteiger can't believe it, but Burnley have a 2-goal lead at Old Trafford. And Danny Ings does get his 7th goal of the season, certainly in league football terms anyway. And it's Manchester United 0, Burnley 2. Unbelievable scenes here at Old Trafford. And United now, if they're going to get anything out of this game, they need to score twice. Lacazette. Hughes intercepts, that's a good ball. And look at this now, it's 2-on-1. And Ings has led the charge. And Gale's 3, and it's back to Ings, and the offside flag is up. And Gale went too soon. The linesman took his time to put the flag up. I have to say he's rather unlucky. I thought he was level myself. Well, Matuidi comes off, and Morgensteiner in the man they signed from Southampton. Comes on now as United now look to try and get back into the game. 2 goals down. It's looking a rather tough proposition now. Lacazette can't keep it in play. That's poor skill from Alexander Lacazette. Should do better there for me. Yannick Bolasie for the Clarets, who have really earned their 2-goal lead. West Ham 0, Liverpool 1. Benteke with a late goal there at Upton Park. And that's a lovely ball in there, and also a third one there for Burnley. Memphis was spelled, but the referee quite rightly plays on, and I think that's good, sensible refereeing, because United are on the attack. Like I said, back to Hernandez. Hernandez, was he fouled? The referee, I think, is going to pull that one back for a free kick. And there's probably going to be a yellow card here. Scott Dan, who scored the equaliser last week against Newcastle to bring Burnley back into business in that game. Well, he's got himself a caution here, but he had to take one for the team. Referee did well there in both instances, played the advantage both times, and then he knew that advantage wasn't forthcoming, blew the whistle accordingly. Now, this might come a little bit too late for Burnley, considering, for Manchester United rather, considering there are 5 added minutes. Now we're well into that. The referee is taking an ace to get the vanity spray all sorted out, and the Burnley wall a full 10 yards. So this could be, if this goes in, it'll be no more than a consolation goal. Let's see what Memphis can do. Oh, well, he's hit it wide anyway. Not quite the finesse as his predecessors, George Best, Brighton Robson or Eric Cantona would have been proud of. Even David Beckham. But it's going to be a fantastic day, and what a remarkable way to bring up the video number 25 with a famous victory here at Old Trafford. As Heaton kicks forward, Ings, oh what a lovely bit of skill. Darmian intercepts. All eyes on referee Mariner of Birmingham, who's refereed it fairly and squarely in my opinion. Done really well, the referee. And it's not often I give referees credit. Memphis. Oh, Hughes, that's a bit of a mistake. Schneiderlin into the Stretford end. As the final whistle goes. And video number 25 of this career mode is going to be a very memorable one, because Burnley have come to Old Trafford and have beaten Manchester United. Goals from Jordan Ibe, an absolute goal of sheer pure genius. Right on the stroke of half time, and then Danny Ings in the second half making it absolutely certain. United really didn't threaten too much, and when they did, they were manually missing the target. They didn't really test Tom Heaton too well either. And Burnley come away with all 3 points. Manchester United 0, Burnley 2. Well, I can't honestly believe that we've won that game. That's an absolute, that's an absolutely fantastic performance, and of course we're going to keep going on as England manager, of course, as we try and sim our way to the World Cup finals in 2018. But before we carry on, before we sim the games, I think it's important that we take a look at the Premier League as well, because it's what happened. These are the results from match day 8, of course. Cardiff 0, West Brom 2. United Burnley, you've seen that, 2-0. Great performance there, and again we're in our 25th episode, and what a way to mark it. Sunderland 1, Watford 0, Swansea 1, Man City 0. Now that's a surprise as well. Jurgen Klopp though winning at West Ham by a goal to 0. In the games that were played on Sunday, Chelsea and Villa ended goalless. Newcastle winning the time-teased derby against Middlesbrough by 2 goals to 1. So a satisfying win for Steve McLaren against his old employers. Southampton and Norwich finished 1-1 at St Mary's. Spurs beat Everton 2-1, and a shock result there for Arsenal being beaten at Stoke by 2 goals to 1, and that means that we'll show the league table in just a second or two. There we are, and the gap now, Burnley back into 3rd place with the way things have gone there. City and United still on 19 points each, both lost respectively. So Burnley have given themselves a closed the gap to 2 points, so things are starting to get really interesting at the top there. And at the bottom, Watford, Middlesbrough, West Ham all in very, very deep trouble. In fact, are in very big danger if they're not careful of being marooned in that bottom 3 at the moment. Right, that's the Premier League sorted out for now. We're going to sim the next 2 England games. I think we've got Russia now coming up, and we don't all this. We don't need all this preamble. This was at Wembley, and this is the England side that took to the field. We drew 1-1, which is not a great result if I'm being honest, but it took us into second place anyway, which is not a bad thing. Daniel Sturridge has actually suffered a broken toe, and we've lost Jack Wilshere. It's not great if I'm being honest. Jack Grealish wants to discuss wages. Not right now, Jack, because it's international duty, and we've got bigger fish to fry at the moment. As regards Premier League, now we've got to play Poles. Now these lot are right on my tail at the moment. There are 2. These lot are right on my tail at the moment, so we could do with a win against Poland, really, just to see us over the line. So no Daniel Sturridge. Where is Wayne Rooney? I ask myself. At the moment, we might end up having to play with Danny Welbeck, and I hate having to play Danny Welbeck. I don't rate the lad, to be quite honest. But we're going to have to play him, aren't we? We haven't got any other strikers. I don't understand why. We've got Ashley Young there, and Sturridge. Well, that's a blow and a half, that, isn't it? Anyway, let's go with that team. It's not the team I would have picked, to be quite honest, but there you are. It's just the way it is at the moment. This is what happened then in Poland, and we won, but at the cost. Joe Hart has been stretchered off with an injury, which is bad news not just for England but for probably his club side, Manchester City. Let's have a look then. So yeah, he's out for 5 weeks. He suffered in that Polish game the broken metatarsal, so he's out for 5 weeks. But hey, that's not let's not end it on bad news, because the 25th episode won't be remembered for those 2 simmed England games, which has put us in a strong position to qualify for the World Cup so far. But it's that victory over Man United which closes the gap on the top 3 now to 2 points, and that is what really mattered in the end. Right, well, that's the end of the 25th episode. Keep liking and subscribing, and if you want to comment on anything to do with the career mode, to do with my commentating and my presenting, you know, I'd be delighted to hear from you. And keep the likes and the subscriptions coming, because without you guys we wouldn't make these videos. For match number for video number 26, it's a game back at Turf against Southampton, where we really could do with picking up the home form after a disappointing 1-1 draw with Newcastle. But we've picked up our away form with a fantastic victory at Old Trafford, a great way to mark our 25th video of the series, and one that will live long in the memory for a long, long time. From all of us here at Old Trafford, on a great day for Burnley, it's goodbye, and we'll see you for the Southampton game next time.